In this video, I want to talk about should you share these videos and this information with other source players that you know.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. I want to talk to you about sharing the information that I am sharing with you, that you have found because you have been a frequency match of intent to find truth in your journey. That's the frequency match that it required to have this information come to you because you were searching for it. Now, this information is not for every source player. It is and it isn't. There are so many, most source players that are not in a frequency state of wanting to hear this information, let alone able to handle this information. So now comes the time for you to use wisdom and your source self connection to determine if it will benefit you to share this information with that source player that you have in mind. Should you share it with your spouse? No, not always. Would it benefit you to share it with your spouse, especially if they're not of the frequency of searching for truth, if they're not on that truth journey? If you say that you're removing meat from your diet and they have a problem with that, well, wow, they're not ready to hear this message. But you need to ask your infinite source self if it would benefit you to share it, and if that other source player is ready to hear the information. If your source self says yes, do it, then do it wisely. If your source self says no, then do not do it. Keep it to yourself. This goes for coworkers. Yeah, you don't want to share this with coworkers. Why would you do that? They'll find it on their own. You can mention health aspects. You can mention, oh, I hear that in the news and everything now it's becoming the big topic that we live in an artificial reality. We're living in a simulation. There's a lot of highly educated people out there that are putting this message out. Seems like a lot of source players like to believe highly educated people, so point them in that direction. And maybe if they can get the point that maybe they think that it might be a simulation, it's a possibility, well, then they're starting to wake up. They're starting to come around. If they are heavy into any kind of religion, well, that religion's got a deep, deep hold on them, and it's not likely that they're going to want to hear anything that you have to say. And that's okay. You see, because everybody's getting out of here this time round. And if that's their comfort zone, that's their script, is what it is. But until they want something more, and it has to be on their part, they have to want it, then they're going to stay in their script until they decide that they really don't like what they're experiencing anymore. So, in a way, the people who are not having the lives that they dream of are in the better condition of receiving this message than those who are living the good life. Because, hey, there's nothing broke, don't fix it. Right? And yes, source players are living all different levels of experience in this game because we as source came in this game to experience every experience that this game could offer. And so we are experiencing everything and have experienced everything that there is to experience within this illusionary dream world state of being. Now, back to whether or not you should share. The information I'm sharing now, the very beginning one, how to escape the matrix, that was one thing. But now the game has changed and now it's very different. And if it's meant for them to find this information, they will find it. If they're ready to hear it, they will find it on their own. You don't have to be worried or concerned about it. And as far as, sharing it and liking it gets more views to it, you don't have to be concerned about that either. Watch them, enjoy them, support the channel. You don't have to share the information unless your source self says it would be in your best interest to share it. It would be beneficial for you. That's the qualifier here. Because in this society and culture, you can bring unnecessary judgment or opinions from other people on you at a time when you really don't need it. You need to get a firm foundation and footing for who you really are and walk in your power. And then when you do, things change. They really do. Actually, on this journey, you may find that a lot of people will drop out of your lives because as your frequency rises, they're not in your frequency range anymore, and they just drop away as if they never even existed in your life. And you have to realize that and be willing to accept that as part of the journey. And it's a wonderful journey. It's a wonderful journey, especially if you make the right choices and you decide that you want to know who you really are. So, should you share? Not always. I'm no longer encouraging that. You need to know yourself and then know whether it would be in your best interest to share the information. If you have found this channel to be helpful to you in filling in the pieces and helping you with your knowledge of your source self, then you need to consider supporting this channel. Because when there is an energy exchange, there is more benefits that are unlocked for you as a source player that you don't know of. And you can support via Patreon or PayPal. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you. Now, is everything that I have shared in this video infinite source truth only and not what I think or believe? And that is a yes from my program Pendulum. And you can check with your source self also.